Chapter 21. If they want to make someone to be out of everything, or to kill a person, or to press, he or she does such a thing. Why couldn't someone who looks perfect wouldn't do that? Then the effect will be the most. It would pass through the history. Oleg started to laugh. Everything else is torture. He now was very serious. Are you joking? His friends didn't understand what was he telling about. It is the effect that is important. Oleg, Oleg was very open with his thoughts. I know that we are all frightened, but don't you think that it is not normal to think about anything bad? Suggested Diamond. Not useful, we have to talk about it. Or Oleg stopped for a second. Or what? Diamond sit across him. He lost hope that anything could change evil. Impossible mission. You have to think as the lunatic. Can you? Diamond's mind started to work so fast how it wasn't possible to follow any thoughts, and especially what Oleg was talking about. He couldn't listen that anymore. Without a control over himself, stood up. Later, outside on the street, young man realized that he didn't explain reason of his reaction. It was normal or not. No one could be nervous, cold, blood at that moment. Something like that would be a fairy tale. Chapter 24. I don't know. Some people hold their life were trying to take care about every step, and on the end always happened how someone walks slowly into the life and turn all around completely, just like that. Dominic blew the light candle. What do you mean? Two of her friends were listening her very carefully. From where do you want me to start? She took her place. People repeating mistakes from their past again, again, and again. Lies, torture, orders, hate, until the end, when they destroyed your you or themselves. There are so many historical roads and nothing what could stop something like that. Maybe some illusion, but fights, and that's it. Dominic repeated what was on her mind since they've come back from the old professor. Work, fun, and laugh. Isn't that enough? Diamond was fast with the good answer. Emotions or a cold hand or head. Is it a possible dress and so easy to get it for? Act of force. Do you think that something as this is normal, or it is just have to be that way? She hardly could saw the two friends of her in the room. But it was better. It was easier to thought. I'll buy you a dress. Oleg wanted to relax the atmosphere. But Sorry, I wanted to be original. Tried to excuse himself when he saw express on Dominic's face. When human feels respect to the others, but it couldn't be something as the high level of respect and nearly admire reaction to oneself, and that always reflects opposite on the other in around. It was strange silent inside the room, as spirits of the past wanted to present their air and shadows over so huge wish by young people to dream about a future. Hard subject, finally, Alex said. Yes, but do you have feeling how everyone are asking for evil in between, which is not present at all? Sound loud, sound from the outside stop their conversation. What is it? Dominic was trying to find same light. She don't she didn't know where her candle was. I can't see it. It's too dark. But before Dominic finished her word, the second loud noise came through the dark of their room. Who that could be? Dominic again asked. All of them were surprised. They didn't expect anyone. Diamond and Oleg raised their shoulders up. What are you waiting for? Oleg reacted first. It is dangerous, said Dominic without thinking. It is dangerous to play with other patients. In too few steps, he crossed a space from his chair to the door. There's no one there. The voice by Dominic made two of her friends to laugh. We have to love each other. Dominic was so upset. Instead to stop, her friends made the fun on her misfortune. Reaction was opposite. Don't be too angry. Diamond succeeded to took a breath between a huge energy by laugh. But your face, even that she wanted to stop it, hasn't been possible. Okay, I will remember everything. If someone asks her in that moment to explain what was going on inside of her emotional body, she wouldn't know on an answer. With lots of sadness, what could be left in the air? Turned to the window from which only darkness made light with different from dark brown in the room to dark blue from the outside. Nothing, darkness. Whatever will do always will stay as it is. I need something nice. When it is spirit, relationship, then it should be, of course. I mean, because of the taste, material also. People ask for publicity, and we need them or we not, but they could get something from us even if we are losing. Allow them to enjoy in their happiness. Dominic wasn't clear in her thoughts, or maybe she was afraid that would be worse. What do you mean? Finally, Oleg decided to break the silence. Two people can make a perfect picture of life, but sometimes because of it, I don't know what they want. So the others are here to help. We are here to help and will can get a lot. But what about them? What they will have? Opinion. She stopped for a second. What kind of it? That we are joking with them, that we want something from them. If they need our opinion about how we think of them as not able persons, as they are invalids. So, only who get something or we don't respect their feelings, wishes, and etc. We are making decisions, not they. Don't you think that it is an humiliation? By whole our goodwill, what we want, control. She now explained herself. Everyone has proud, don't you think so? Her reaction was over them ever. She couldn't recognize her own self. I was afraid that one day would be a beginning of the other life, and I think that this is that moment has come sooner than should, Dominic said with sadness. We can't do anything that is alive. The only way is to talk about it. Sometimes reactions are over everyone. You said how everyone had proud, and that is the reason of those reactions. We make mistake even when he wants to help, but at least we tried. We can't. Diamond was helpful. Have you got something to add it? Even that it was hard to recognize Oleg's face because of a black color of night around them. Diamond felt his new friend. Three of them became so close that this atmosphere in a moment seems to be pleasant and safe for them. They look at us three more child whose hiding of ghosts or dangerous and waited for parents to come and protect. What I think from the deep place came Oleg's voice. He somehow knew that question was mentioned to him. Thinking is for the books. We have to be realistic here. And however, that this situation is new. I mean, that I never was with something else before. I'm afraid that my confusion thoughts can't be helpful enough. Was there a reason for so much thoughts? They were just on the holiday. I think that we are very serious. Who know what stand behind that persons? I mean the victims. Oleg tried something to say. What could relax the feelings? How you could said something like that? Dominic jumped up and fire burned her. Whatever that person did it is not a way to end up like that. Her voice was on the common corner of cry. She missed her grandfather, what he would do at that moment. If shapes could compared with planets and stars, then what could destroy us or them? Dominic heard the very tired voice of her friend. Nothing, that is an answer. So you don't have to worry too much about it. Diamond was out of the tolerance. Dominic understood him, yes, but don't you think that these times are only giving us one choice, to choose way of death? I think that you are too pessimistic. Life is sweet, and we love to think that way. But before, don't you agree with me that it's time for you to sleep? Continued Diamond. Yes, maybe you're right. Oleg agreed with him. After a few moments, Dominic could heard only dreamy breathing, two of them. On the end, she closed her eyes when first weak light came out through the frozen, foggy window. But dreams, they were cold as the weather. Chapter 25. Where is, or is there, a border for evil? It was a question by Professor next morning. Somewhere must be stop. His voice usually was low, but emotions lifted in higher. How much money have you got with you? Suddenly asked old man Dominic. She didn't say anything. Dominic? Diamond touched her slowly. Well, I don't know. Only for some emergency. Do you want me to buy you something? She sounded naive. Oh, my sweet girl. I am not asking you because of that. What I mean is that most of the people are having only for the emergency. Don't you think how it is strange when we met someone who has a lot of it? Rich man usually is presenting by others as a criminal or bad one. We fighted for better life, not for suffer or poorness. When I was young, I knew how the older others did think or I thought. But better I found out that only important opinion is mine. I know how I think, but I don't know what kind of opinion is by others and what is inside of their thoughts. But small advice, don't give up to learn that. Try would be useful. Dominic understood him very well, and Diamond remembered her wish about what could be behind the windows. War, my darling, is nothing else than murder or criminal. Destroy the life. But what is the most important should be to fight for opinion. He wasn't sure in himself, maybe because of some memories. I want to think that we are. Dominic sounded more as her thoughts for own self. What is your point? She looked at the diamond, then the professor, who didn't make any move, but The question was somewhere in the reflection of his eyes. Point. It is not a point, it is the explanation. My grandfather all his life was with company of people who wanted to change something. Because of that, most of them lost a lot, even their lives. And do you know what kind of explanation he found for everything? It is tradition. People likes to keep tradition and they don't want to change anything. You must have to find out a way how to live with it. Black is black and white is white. That's it, and that will be forever. The beautiful lines on her face were sure in everything what she said. But about a lost, that is the only thing what I can't explain to myself, not now and not forever. In that moment, the sureness on her face started to transform into a very more sad and worried expression. You have to get used to it. Someone will care, someone will try to find a way how to hurt your feelings. People like to play with it, and everyone who said how it is only by coincidence. That one is liar. You have to be control over your own destiny, to expect, and put a bad emotions in shape. I'm not going to ask you, can you do it? Nevertheless, I will tell you that you must to do like that. Old man stood up very slowly, and one interesting thing what Dominic didn't know, but now paid her attention. Some kind of jacket what he took, obviously because of wish to leave the room. I have to go in the walk now. You could stay here, and there are some roads which I did it long time ago. He stopped for a second. How time is passing. It seemed to me how everything was yesterday. After those words, he left the room. Do you trust me? Suddenly Diamond broke Dominic's thoughts. What kind of question is it? She said, but soon after it regretted. It sounded very unpolite. Don't be so serious. Relax a little bit. We can't do anything for now. Only, and that is important, we have to do something for the future. Maybe someone could be in same situation, maybe not. But we have to hope how our work will be helpful. Dominic started to breathe easier. Diamond didn't get her words as an insult. Why she felt that way? Strange. That jacket, dark blue. Chapter 26. Will you bring my jacket? The voice of old man nearly frightened the ordinary tired middle-aged woman. I don't know, she slowly said. That man, soon after, a loud sound of crash came from the other room. Woman with heavy move left all her things and went to see what was going on behind the door. Bloody thing! Vlada was trying to put the clothes back where were. What are you doing? Help me, woman. He was nervous, more next to that woman, more than should be. There it is. You are not blind, aren't you? Zora pretended how she was angry. Do not shout at me. Oh, my granddaughter. Now, admiration of tension was up to place. I can't stand this anymore. I can't stand you, you old, nasty woman. It sounds more funny than it should be, a serious threat. I was repeating the same story to Dominic, but Young doesn't want to listen. Vlada continued to speak after he closed the door behind in front of the shocked face of their old friend. Oh my God. He looked up at the sky. Maybe this is a sign to someone who serves me, but no, I serve her. She's so arrogant. The dictator. He tired dark blue jacket and walked down to the street. There was too many to have been done.